before you grab your third cup of coffee for the day to help you stay alert and to help you stay focused, make sure you've covered these four essentials and all these four are in place. Now, I am not going to tell you not to drink coffee because I absolutely love coffee and I never tell you to do something that I haven't done myself, but it is really important to keep these four things in mind because until these four things are in place, it is going to be super challenging for you to stay alert, for you to be able to focus on what you are going to want to do. So, hey there, I'm Esty Rappaport, a brain engineer, and I help ADHD entrepreneurs optimize their brain so running their business is a whole lot easier. Now, today we are covering the essentials. You may do all these four things and still struggle to focus because of other things, because of whether we cognitive functions or that part of your brain isn't super developed, or you may think it's just because you have ADHD. I'm here to tell you it's otherwise. But it's not what we're covering in today's video. Today's video is these four essentials. Like until these four are have been checked off, don't even like question why you are struggling to focus. Okay. The very first one is water. Yes, regular water. As soon as your brain is even 2% dehydrated, that's like literally just a few cups, few sips of water, your brain starts feeling foggy. So next time, before you grab another cup of coffee, maybe you just really need some water. When I find myself like just like needing a lot of coffee, I'm like, okay, before I take my next cup, I'm just going to drink an entire water bottle or like a good 16 ounces of water. And then if I still need coffee, I could have it afterwards. But you want to really, really make sure that you're drinking water, especially that coffee really dehydrates your brain. So for every cup of coffee you drink, you need 2 cups of water to replace it. So you're really in that aspect of the dehydration place, you're really not helping your brain at all by drinking that coffee. So drink the water, and then if you still need it, go for it and drink the coffee. And the second thing that is really not spoken about a lot, and that is fresh air. We often know, like right when we go outside or going for a run, like we feel like super energized, right? And the air just like wakes us up. And there's many reasons for this, but a big one, and the one that I want to focus on specifically, is the fact that you want to make sure you are breathing in oxygen. If you are in a closed room where the windows are closed and the doors are closed, after some time, the air that you're breathing in is recycled air. And so your brain, your body needs to take in many, many, many more breaths to get the same amount of oxygen as it was before you walked into this room and before it was filled of your recycled air. Now, this is even more true if it's a closed room and there's more people in the room, right? Because there are more people taking in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide. It's fine, you'll survive, but you are going to have a very hard time being able to really focus and being your brain really being able to be alert because it needs that oxygen. So sometimes simply just like opening a window, or going outside, even just for a little bit, even if the room you're in has no windows or place, like you can't leave your door open to get in air from other places, then like go outside for a little bit to get that fresh air, and then you will see that you'll like automatically feel a whole lot better. If you've got ADHD and tend to like find yourself like hyper focusing on something and you really need to like get a task done, help yourself that before you start, you open that window so that way you can breathe in that oxygen. Now, the third one is movement. This one is so important, right? And that's why like we always feel energized after exercise and it gets like our blood flowing and the oxygen to all different parts of our body. And super, super essential to help you focus. So if you are struggling to be alert, you're feeling really brain foggy and like you can't focus on the task that you're doing, get up and do 20 jumping jacks. Like literally just move a little bit. Like I do it myself, I do it with my clients. Like if I see someone's like a little bit extra tired, I'm like, get up and go and do it. Actually, something even better to do than just jumping jacks or like jogging in your place is crossing your right side of your body to your left side of your body. So let's say you take your right hand and you touch your left knee, and then you take your left hand and you touch your right knee, right? You know, like what I'm talking about, and like crossing over different parts of your body. And the reason why this works well is because then you cross the middle line in your brain between the two halves of your brain. And not only do you get the exercise benefit, but you also get the benefit of making that connections between the two halves of your brain, so it is easier for you afterwards to concentrate and focus on what you need to do. And the fourth one, this one we all need. I know sometimes it doesn't always work out that way when we're running businesses and when we have children, and it just life happens and we just don't always get enough of it, and that is sleep. But honestly, we need sleep so badly. And we need not just sleep, we need like good quality sleep. And so if you're really finding yourself not being able to sleep, you want to really like be able to like set up your environment to help you be able to get more sleep. So doing different, let's say a small routine before you go to sleep so your brain knows that you're going to sleep. So whether that's like reading a little bit before you go to bed, or um like lighting a candle, doing different things to like calm your brain down, right? We all know like screens before bed isn't amazing, and that's if possible to avoid, to really avoid that. And also anything that is really like disturbing. So if you hear like disturbing news, or you need to deal with like a very challenging part of business, any of those things, whatever you do right before your bed is what your brain thinks about um, as going to sleep, and it most definitely affects your sleep. So we could use that information for our benefit. So let's say, for example, let's say when I was in school, I would do this a lot. Like I would take the parts that like I really was struggling to remember, and I'd read it right before I would get to bed. So while I'm sleeping at night, then my subconscious mind could work on it. And now I do that in like the creativity and like the writing and stuff. So let's say I know that tomorrow I need to write a whole bunch of podcast episodes, then I will look at the titles right before I get to bed. So my brain is thinking about different things that I want to say. So when I write about it tomorrow, it'll be easier. So that's how you can use it for your benefit, but you don't want to use it like against you. So if you're working on something really challenging or really disturbing in your business, something that like makes you a little bit angry or anxious, then try not to work on it right before bed, because it most definitely will affect your sleep. So 4 things that you want to make sure you have checked all these boxes before you um, done anything, like before you start worrying about how else you can focus: water, fresh air, movement, and sleep. If you really want to be able to take your focus to the next level, I do have a 3-day focusing intensive, and I'd love to see you there if that's something that you're interested in. It's where we like work really, really hard for 3 days, but by the end of it, focusing super easy. So I am going to link to that right below. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye for now.